hours a week, it's hard for you to build community. It takes
Hmm.
something like this that people like, whoa, yes, we have some differences. I'm a composer, you're a filmmaker, you're a writer, but as creatives, we're not they're not getting compensated like they did back in the day where people could buy homes.
Hmm.
Like some of the shows are only 8 weeks and they only get upfront money. There's no money on the back end with streaming. So it's hard to have a sustainable career if you're only getting where before the shows were like 24 episodes. So even if you weren't where you made enough money that you could buy homes, and so I think that's what people are looking for the and not making art creatives yes just part of the gig economy, like just have them, and they have to wait sometimes to for the next show. They have some of them have these exclusive contracts that
Right.
so I think that's um we need to open that up. We need to definitely have where artists can. I'm all about them having sustainable careers. I'm an independent filmmaker, so I know it's for these filmmakers to have or actors or creatives to be able to have the means for even if they want to do something independent, but they need to be compensated for the. It's years that some of these artists have went to school, have honed their craft, and I think it should. And I think there's a problem. I mean, there's technology too. Like our industry changes every 3 years with AI, so I think that's another issue that a machine can be writing your script. Um, so I don't think it's an easy answer, but I think
Hmm.
artists should definitely have a lot more support, and hopefully with this, because I think if they don't like what they're doing, if they don't really galvanize and work together, then I think the studios will will have them at their beck and call. And I think that's not what artists want, right? They want to be able
Right.
to express themselves.
Right. Thank you so much for giving your input on it. And that definitely shines the light in regards to how the industry is definitely changing every 3 years. I didn't even know that. Now I know you said that you are an independent filmmaker. Why did you go into it being an independent filmmaker? Like why did you take that avenue versus going in and directing films for major studios? What made you have a passion for it to be an independent filmmaker?
Um, I started in the industry too, so I worked in the mailroom, but I knew I wanted to do films about Haitian culture and Black culture, and I didn't see the environments where I was at BET. I didn't see those type of films being made, so I knew I had to create that. I had to create my own production company, the Haiti International Film Festival, because I wanted to sh- show our community with agency. So I knew that was the way that I had to go. Because I felt like, but of course, I love watching the Spider Mans, the big Barbie, like those type of tentpole movies. But
Hmm.
I think that's why I went into education. I teach at Pasadena City College, so I teach cinema production. So I really trying to inspire my students to build their own independent their voices, because I think their voices will empower you. If you build that, you can go anywhere. Either you could be hybrid, you could be in the industry, or you could be independent. So I think you have many choices when you like hone your craft and learn the history of the industry, and
Hmm.
for you as a person of color or Haitian, like learn that too, because I think sometimes we just learn about Hollywood and mainstream, but we don't
Right.
take time to learn about the power that our own cultural background has.
That's powerful what you just said. Like wow, cuz I didn't really realize it, like the importance of, cuz it does seem like we are in this web of culture. And I've actually Jaquil, actually had this conversation even with the gentleman that came on to talk about music, and how music, you knew who Tina Turner was. You knew these, they had their own brand, but it's like everybody looks alike, everybody is twerking, everybody's doing the same thing,
Right.
and there is not a differentiation. And that's one of the things that I really loved about Lizzo. I know she got a lot going on right now, is that she came in with a whole different look. So when you talk about the importance of building your own brand, carving out something for yourself, or how you see it, what's coming out of your spirit versus going with the flow of what is in mainstream media. So I think that that is really, really important. I'm so glad that you said that on the show. Now, I know that that this is your baby, your production, which is the Haiti International Film Festival. I know you've worked for, major companies, but when did you feel that it was time to step aside and say, okay, I want to start this, film festival, and I want to inspire and really talk about my heritage? When did you make the shift? And how was it? Was it hard? Was it challenging? How was it?
I mean, for me, it was really after the earthquake in Haiti. I want to
Mm-hmm.
show the different side of the Haitian experience, the Haitian American experience. I think after that, and I usually with film festivals, they usually happen after tragedy. Like the Pan African
Ah,
happened after the riots that we had in LA um,
mm-hmm.
in '92. The Cannes Film Festival, was after they were bombed in the '40s. Then they used cinema to show different narrative. So I
Right.
felt like I was going to do that for Haiti and the Haitian diaspora through cinema, because that's been the history of festivals. Like usually artists create great stuff when there's some type of turmoil. So I think that was the impetus for me. Like I wanted to show just a different image of Haiti. First, it started with my film, Haiti is a Nation of Artists, then
Mm-hmm.
touring around, going to New York, going to Haiti, going to Miami. Then I realized there were 10 other filmmakers who were Haitian American who were going to Haiti to reconnect with their roots. So that's why I started the film festival, because there were other filmmakers who felt the same, who were just as passionate as I was, and just were telling different stories, and they were independent because they knew mainstream was not gonna tell these type of stories. So
Right. That is so interesting. Now, let me ask you, I want to back up a little bit because I just kind of dove in everything. Now, you grew up in Haiti, right?
no,
Were you
I would.
born and
I,
raised in
I was
Haiti?
no, I was raised. I was born in Brooklyn, so I'm Haitian American.
Okay.
Yes,
Now, were your parents, are you like first generation in
I'm
America?
first
Like,
generation. Yeah.
okay, so you're now. How did you get in contact with your roots? And the reason why I'm asking, because with African Americans, we've been here. Most of us came through slavery. You know what I'm saying? My parents came through slavery. Well, my great great grandparents came through slavery. Like, how was it like growing in your house? Like for your family to continue to let and about your Haitian culture, and to keep it very prevalent in your life, because it has to be strong for you to step out and say, okay, I want to have a Haitian Film Festival, and I want to continue this legacy. Like, was there like a very strong culture in your background?
Oh, definitely. It was my mom. My mom was like really a Haitianist. Like she was like, if you couldn't sleep over people's house, so they would come to your house, and she would, make Haitian food for them. So I kind of learned from her of
Oh.
being like an ambassador and sharing her culture with other people. And she was like, always show the strength of the culture, not the weakness. So I think it was like from a very early age, my mom really, and just let you know that third grade, like you're gonna have to work 10 times harder. You're black,
Mm.
you're in the third grade. You know what I mean? So I think she was getting you ready for the future. Like you're gonna have to learn every position as a filmmaker, as a black filmmaker, as a Haitian film. So I think she kind of mentally made me resilient. So I think that was
Mm.
the thing of having, just seeing like that was something that really helped me to do what I'm doing now.
Oh, wow. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Now, when it comes to Haitian culture, can you give us like some different things about the Haitian culture that you try to always bring to life in the movies?
I always try to bring that the films that we curate for our film festival, because
Mhm.
our mission is show a positive image of Haiti through film and art. It's to show that they have agency. So I want to show positive images of the African diaspora. I just think it's important. Like we showed a film last year about Black lawyers, and it was something that being in a predominantly white field, as an
Mhm.
attorney would be. that a lot of people ended, by the end of the film, everybody was like saying Black Power, and the audience was just like having their fist up, and it was like I've never, it was so great of having curated a movie like that, and I actually met the filmmaker when I was in, I met her when I was in Boston, so she came to the screening with her son, and she came to see my film. So I mean, like you build those type of communities. She's in a, entertainment center out of Boston, and she's helping to get a lot of black lawyers in the field. So it's just like meeting people like that is just like this warms your heart. Just kind of lets you see, like, as a black professional, that it's work, but it is possible. We have a tradition of persevering and being resilient. So I
Right.
think, like, that inspires me. That's the thing that keeps you going, even when it gets hard. Once
Hmm.
you have forefathers and who've done tremendous things, it allows you to push through.
Now, was there a going from, because I know you said that you worked with some major major companies like BET, MTV. Now, was the transition a hard one going from mainstream into your own company? How was that transition for people that want to go in, the professionals that want to go into independent filmmaking?
I think I needed the experience.
Okay.
Starting there and being a production assistant, I needed to understand what the industry was, and you're learning on somebody else's dime. Then I could figure out what I wanted to do with my own company. What do I want to say? But I think like, how would I wouldn't do what I'm doing now if I didn't work for other filmmakers or other bigger production companies and kind of learn from them. It was like, okay, this is how I want to pivot. This is how I want to move. This is so I think it is important, if you can. If you can't, start working on any independent project you can. I mean, somebody's always shooting
Ah.
something in your city, and that's what I did. I volunteered. I worked on commercials, music videos. I did all kind of, until I got paid. Then I got on, on bigger production companies. Then I was like,
Mhm.
then I realized when I was at a big production company and I was at Paramount, and I was like, I want to do my own thing. I'm a creative. I don't want to just work in the room, So I think it just solidified my ambition, and I knew I wanted to be, you know, that really showed me that I really want to be a filmmaker. Yeah, you could have everything, millions of dollars around you, but if you're as a creative, if you're not happy of doing what you want to do, what you've been put on this earth to do, with God, what I mean, kind of what you've been chosen for. So,
Right.
I looked away from those things and was like, by me making, but I think it was good. Like, when I worked in the industry, I already went to film school. I already done these films and all that. But I think since I had the both experiences, working in the industry and, being independent, I think it gave me, I was more realistic too. Then I think, because I would see, like, it takes in the industry, it's maybe 3,000 employees that work together on, all these different films. So it
Mhm.
really showed me that you needed a team. Even my team was 10, not 3,000. Um, it really showed me that, what I mean, like, it's important that you have to have a team to do, because this is a collective type of industry. Like, you need to have a team to
Right, right, definitely. And I just didn't realize, like with the whole strike going on, Jaquil, like how important this team is and how, everything is affected, like especially in LA. So when you say a team, I definitely totally agree. You have to have the actors, you have to have the fashion stylists, you have to have media, you have to have hair, you have to have so many parts to the whole production. Now, I was looking at the Haiti International Film Festival website, and I was very intrigued in regards to the films that's coming in. And can you just kind of give us like a little snippet in regards to the films that are coming in, and what can the viewers that come to it, what can we get ready for?
I mean, get ready for some amazing films. We have one that's called it's This House, C'est
Okay.
Ma Zone. So I saw it at the Pan African Film Festival earlier this year. It was at the LACMA, and it's
Okay.
just a beautiful film by the Haitian. She's Canadian American, Canadian Haitian. So it's two women, and it's like dealing with loss and just seeing how they did it was so like what I'm saying, women get like it was so amazing how they told their story. Not being able to go to Haiti, but still in the music being able to put Haiti in there and their poetry being able to put Haiti in there. So I thought that was like, that was very creative. And we have another film, The Forgotten Occupation. So it's about 1915 when Haiti was occupied again by the United States, and things that we hear in history, but to see it in the documentary, and this documentary did great. He did great. Like it's like a great history lesson, but more than that, just to like let you know how resilient the Haitian people are. Even if their funds were taken, they changed the constitution in 1915, where foreigners could own land. Where that wasn't that when Haiti was independent in 1804, when they had the
Mhm.
constitution, foreigners couldn't buy land. But now that's changed. You know, so we have films like that. We have like there's another film, Discard, about a mother and a daughter having a complicated relationship. So seeing a Haitian woman just talking about her experience with her mom, what I mean, just like things you tend not to see, but we just want to show the humanity of the culture. So there's just so many. Why come in? It's about the Haitian Revolution in
Mhm.
1791. So there were some filmmakers in LA went and made a short film about that, about the Haitian Revolution. So I mean, there was a lot of just catching spirits. It's a dance movie. We tried to do Chocolate Thunder to give you something that was just funny, like somebody who's just on the internet and just basically just inspire, who writes like letters to people basically online, like
Mm.
to get for dating and stuff like that. So, but even he's not confident with himself, but he does that for other people. He writes like letters online. So I mean, just things like that. Like I want to see just it's just sometimes just the tender things in us. So let us see some hard things, but let us see our humanity. You know.
Now, with the film, what makes the international? I know that with it being more prone towards Haitian films, what would make the film festival different from any other film festival out there? What makes your a film festival so different and
Our
unique?
I mean, it's a whole day catered to Haitian films, and it's
Hmm.
just showing the best of like Haitian cinema from around the world, from France, from the Caribbean, from Haiti, from the African diaspora, and just like I think that's what makes it different. We have Haitian food. It's really a celebration of the culture. So I mean that's what we do. We have like the Haitian Diaspora Award. Kareem Fabulous, who has a gallery out here, Gallery Lakai in LA for the last 30 years. Ralph Roussant, who he's the founder of Sac Pese, California. So we're trying to give our people their flowers, who've been doing amazing work in our community for over 30, for a long time. So I mean that's the thing. We really try to show the best of the culture. From we give
Hmm.
the Haitian Diaspora Award to the filmmakers, it's a whole community that what I mean, who work, you know, annually to make this happen. You know what I mean, other former students to people who interned for me previously. So I mean, it's what I mean, my social media person. It's a whole team. It's a village to make this happen. And
Right,
friends, family, wife. It's like he designs everything. So I think you just really have to have your own team, your own ecosystem, and if you do that, you'll be successful. You'll find your community. I think everybody has their tribe, so I think
right,
we really try to like find our tribe is emerging filmmakers to established filmmakers to friends of Haiti who have a relationship with Haiti, and just like our elders too who want to see the culture. They're nostalgic. They haven't been in Haiti like in 30, 40 years. So for them,
hmm,
this is a way of them reconnecting. And the Friends of Haiti, like they've gotten, I think now because of the things that are happening in Haiti, a lot of people are not able to go to Haiti. So film is a way to transport, right? Is a way
Right.
of like it crosses borders. Like I'm getting it could be something happening where they, there's some war or something that's happening. But film can always, whatever happens in the world, somebody can send a digital file, and we can have a discussion about it.
Wow. Now, let me ask you a question. Now, were any of the films made in Haiti? The ones that are at the film festival, or do you know any? Do they? Can you
Yeah,
still go to Haiti and do production?
yeah, the ones with it, yeah, yeah, Brave. Brave
Hmm.
was a documentary that was made in Haiti.
Okay.
Um, there's another film, Port-au-Prince, was made in Haiti, but they're a diaspora film. They're a filmmaker from France who went
Okay.
and shot in Haiti. Another filmmaker from LA went and shot in Haiti. But the producers are Haitian. So I mean, there's that connection. Now we have like you know this other producers return their second and third film from Haiti. So it's amazing. That the Haitian diaspora and definitely Haitians in Haiti are making they're making great work too. So
Wow.
that's why we want them to be a home for them. That's basically what the film festival is.
Now, do you have a way of connecting? Like, say, for instance, if you have, I guess, people that want to come be a part of the Haitian Film Festival, do you have a way of connecting Haiti to it as well?
Yeah, well, that's why we do it virtually the second day, so people
Ah,
from Haiti could be on the panel discussions. They could talk about their films, or they're in Europe. So that's our way of still allowing filmmakers that are in Haiti. They're showing their work in Hollywood and virtually, but they're able
okay.
to like talk about their experience or how they created their film, and the audience likes to know about how they're creating it, their work in Haiti and across the diaspora.
Now, are you connected to a lot of Haitian filmmakers? Like, I know you said that there are some that they are filmmakers in Haiti. Are you connected to them? And what is that experience like working with them being in Haiti? And what is that like?
I mean, like I went there. Like I actually went to Jacquil,
Okay.
at the Cine Institute. So it's a film school in Haiti. So
Okay.
I've actually had numerous films from there.
Hmm.
So running a film festival, I look for environments that had a similar experience upbringing me who are actually Haitian diaspora or they went to film school. So we have like we almost have this language, that we understand each other. So I think that's why, I was very intentional when I showed my film. I did show it in Haiti and let them
Hmm.
know that we have a film festival. So you guys do have a home out here in Los Angeles. But I think since I went to Haiti before the earthquake, so
Hmm.
that's where I get my relationships from that. Since I'm a filmmaker too, that I'm
Right.
able to, I know how to connect with that community. So I think that helps a lot. Then I'm touring my own film, then I'm letting them know that there's a film festival here for you.
That's nice. Now, what would you say to that, you know, getting started in films and trying to get through college, probably graduating? What would you say to them, a director that's just starting out producing and production? What encouraging words would you say to them? Because it's some out there that want to quit or trying to fumble through it, and it just seems like you have done a beautiful job in carving out your own space and understanding to be dominant, like finding your tribe. So, what would you say to that person that's trying to get started or thinking about getting into that industry?
I'll say you have to love it. You have to have a passion for it. But
Okay.
I think another thing is just like you have to be true to yourself and be authentic. And just
Mm,
it took me 10 years to do this documentary, but I couldn't let it down, and I just was so passionate. And now I'm a award-winning filmmaker, but I had to go through that 2 years. Like we all have fears. I had to go get a consultant and kind of help with like all of us have that,
yeah.
and go past those fears. And when I did
Right.
that, was like create the work when you're in a good pace. Like don't create work when you're nervous and you're not, you know what I mean? I think like having that understanding, and I was another consultant that who told me that. I was like, it makes sense. Like if you're not feeling well, take a day. then do the work, especially if the work is hard already.
Mhm.
You can't psychologically not be there, right? You have to really commit to it. And I think, and just like educate yourself, learn about, you know, cinema history, learn about black cinema, world cinema. You're in a world business. So the skill you learn, you can go anywhere in the world. I could be shooting something in Mexico and Haiti because of what I learned here. And when I was in grad school, I realized like, whoa, when I was, because in my master's was in the art department, you know, in video digital arts, that was different from film, but
Mhm.
it got me to understand like you have to have your own tribe. So, because art is more about marketing, film is about like raising money, and I think and be diverse in your art. Don't just want to do what everyone's doing. Everyone's doing comedy. Like
Right.
have something different. So that's why when I went back after I did reality, I love New York, Flavor Flav, I worked on those shows, and I realized like I gotta have something culture and something different to say. So I want to study different black artists, different Haitian art. I want to like understand how did they make it. So once
Mhm.
I started reading those type of books, it gave me like a roadmap. Like, oh, this is what they did in the 70s. This is what they did in the 80s. This is what they're doing now. So I think like that gave me like, okay, this is where I could find my tribe. These are the people who are gonna uplift me. Who are gonna
Mhm.
um, you know, like my film played at the Haitian Embassy, played at it premiered at Cannes, you know, through the Pavilion Afrique. So that's a initiative for filmmakers from the African diaspora. But knowing that, but I think that was that film in my Pan African studies, being able to see those opportunities, you know, like and seize them, like doing COVID. One of the programmers reached out to me, was like, since you're doing the Haiti International Film Festival, we'd like you to curate some films from the Haiti at Cannes, you know, through prevent. So I did that, and next year I was able to show my own film. So it's like, but if I didn't, I, you know, and listen to your people. Like this one Haitian lady, I was at a conference. She was like, "Oh, it's nice that you have friends on Facebook." She says, "But boo boo, the millionaires are on LinkedIn." So I started my
Ah,
page, and that's when business people started reaching out to me, because that's where the business people are. But sometimes we just have to. Sometimes as artists, we cluster. We like being in places that are very comfortable to us. But
yeah.
sometimes we have to go out and try different things and showcase ourselves, right?
Right.
Curate. And once you do that, then you're going to get a totally different audience that you know, I mean, that wants to see your work, because they're going to check what you do on social media. But just make sure you got something good, but just keep working on it and get better. Don't. And what I learned from the tech industry, put it out in the marketplace, figure it out, make it better, do iterations. I think
Right.
sometimes in art, we try to be perfect on the first project. And that's like not realistic, right? You're going to get better. Maybe your 10th project, that's what people see, you know, but I think it's just, you have to continue to work on it, and you got to love it. And if you do that, it will take care of you. It's like a child. You have to um, nourish it, take care of it, then it'll take you places that you never imagined. You never, you know what I mean? If you would have told me I'll be showing my film at the Fowler Museum, I'll be showing my film at the Haitian Embassy, um, but that came from the hard work, and I was prepared when those opportunities came. You know, I was going to show. I'm going to show at, you know, at in the ATL at yeah, Morehouse. You know, and I'm showing my film at these private schools that, you know, I
Wow.
was in when I went to Cal State Northridge. But when I was at Cal State Northridge, I said I'm going to teach this experience while I'm in grad school like I was at Harvard. I put that in my own head, like I'm going to get the most out of the experience, because I already worked in the industry 7 years ago. I'm going to go back to school. I got to come with some different sauce. I got to come with something different, where somebody from Kentucky, who, you know, could just take your job if you're just doing like a production assistant job. So I wanted to have a different skill set and understand how to run, like, yeah, your niche, your industry. So that,
Right.
and have your voice. So I think, you know, I've been able, that was my goal. I always was like that. Even when I was a production assistant, I was like, here's my production company. They're like, you're not ready yet. Like, you're going to be unemployed in 3 months. So that's nice that you think that. So I think it was good having people who like, even when I was too ambitious, they're like,
Mhm.
you quite,
Can you be
you're not,
so ambitious? Because I
huh?
think I am just over ambitious. Like, can you be
You
too
know,
ambitious, Jaquil?
yeah, I am too ambitious sometimes, but sometimes you have to. 'Cause I just jump off the hill and I figure it out. When I get there, but I had to realize like you got to be patient with yourself. You
Right.
have to like or you burn yourself out if you just
True.
go all the way out. So I had to start realizing that, and I think working on this documentary just fit me more. Um, that I had to take time to do something. You want to make something great. So that's that's kind of like been like making a slow cooked meal. You can do microwave stuff, but if you want something that's gonna last, have
Hmm.
ownership and have equity, it's gonna take. Even the great movies, they may take 10 years. You see them out now, but they had 3, 4 writers on the project. You know what I mean? It takes time to make a film. So I think be patient with yourself and just go through the baby steps and you'll get better and better. If you do an inch every day, you make 365, inches through the whole year, and you'll be a lot further on. I think reading, is very important, and learning about not just the creative, but learning about the business side. You know,
Mm.
I think that's important. That's your longevity, and I think me being a producer, that's helped me so much because there's one director on the project. There's maybe one writer.
Hmm.
A lot of people don't like producing because the logistics, but it's another creative aspect where maybe sometimes you're not spending your own money, but you're helping somebody get their goal. So I think like having those skills has really helped me to stay in the industry for long term because whatever happens, there's a recession. Somebody who can produce something and just be
Hmm.
a consumer is always going to have value in the marketplace. So, and understanding that and understanding your value, your own personal value.
Mm.
It takes time, you know what I mean? But once you understand your value, you choose the deals you're going to work, who you should partner with,
Hmm.
your values are so important. If your values are not aligned, it's like a bad relationship. It's like.
Oh. So now I know that you teach now. So
Yeah.
now it's a whole different ball game. And just listening to you because I started out my degree is in fashion merchandising. And I know that this sounds really crazy. Why am I in media and with a podcast and a magazine? But I was in fashion merchandising. But what happened was I started writing for a magazine. And I was the fashion editor for a mom and pop magazine. And it just started just going into all these different things in media. And I was like, wait a minute, I think I like media. But just listening to you, I think about my professors. And one of the problems that I personally had with my professors is that I would go off to New York Fashion Week, and my professor hasn't been to New York Fashion Week in like probably never been. But I can tell that in the classroom, these students are leaving and they're just rich, like because I can just tell. So explain what is it like on the side of being the professor and the teacher. Like what's your goal, and what's your downloading and the students, and when you walk out the class, what because you've been in the industry, and that's one thing that I really respect about you being the professor now, is that you have been in the industry and you've been able to really cultivate and find yourself versus just get a book and go teach. Because
Yeah.
so what is it that what's your goal with working with these students?
I mean, my goal is to make them critical thinkers for one. For
Hmm.
two, another thing is to create their own voice and give them that power and understand that kind of the history of the industry, and that's where they can project their future. So I
Mm.
think once they have that understanding, now they can realize they want to. And even if they ultimately not work in film,
Hmm.
they have pedigree now. Now they know what excellence looks like. I
Mm.
had some maybe film didn't work out for them. They became a chef. I was like, that's great. As long as you're
Right.
doing something that you're passionate with, that's the thing that matters to me. So I think Yeah, and I think since I've worked in the industry and I'm continue, so I have a real understanding because I'm actually been to con, like I've been to these film festivals that they
Right.
aspire to be to. So I think I look at it, I want their project to be polished so it can get into a film festival, not just an artistic project. Because I had when I was undergrad that you do these artistic projects, but how's a business owner? How's that gonna that they could see that you could help them with a story, or you can help them with their problem, right? So
Hmm.
I guess I learned that when I was a film student. I was like, okay, when I get out, I want to teach them storytelling that they could go anywhere. They want to work a nonprofit, they want to work, you know, for profit. Because the skills could take them anywhere. It's
Ah,
what they want to do with it, what time they're going to put in, the relationship they're going to make. And one thing with school, you have a built-in network.
right.
It
I
kind of
totally
makes
agree.
sense with you having the fashion brand. You know how to brand, you know how to market, you know how to hustle. Fashion is very like it's very quick, so
Right.
it would translate to media really easy because and you have to in fashion you have to move.
One
So
thing I learned about in fashion, Jaquil, was cultures. Because we study cultures from all over the world in fashion. And people don't believe that. When they go into
mm,
fashion, you're really going in to study cultures because you have African, Chinese, Haitian. Haitian probably has this dress, as well.
right.
Every culture has a certain way that they dress. And when it comes to, I think, with the weather, like you might in Alaska, people wear furs. In Africa, people wear light fabrics. So that's one of the
Mm.
things that I really picked up is being able to really embrace other cultures. And so that's one of the things that I picked up. But we've definitely loved having you. Do you have any other projects that are coming up this year that you definitely like to highlight? I know we get ready. You going into the film festival in about a week or two. But do you have any other things before we give a big announcement about the film festival?
It's actually this weekend, so it's August 19th, this upcoming Saturday at the
Okay.
Barnesville Gallery Theater, and virtually on Filmmakers. So that's on August 20th. So you're invited to come. Thanks for this interview, and the film Haiti's a Nation of Artists is going to be our goals to get in public television for 2024, and it's going to be at Morehouse in October.
Okay.
And 2024, you'll be. I mean, this is going to be our second year in the film festival circuit. So
That's
yeah, it's
pretty
just
exciting. Like, what is that like being the second? Like, this is your second time being at that film festival. What is that like? Like, what is the whole? Is it surreal? Is it a surreal feeling?
to be at a film festival, or what do you mean?
No, you said it was the second. Like, you're going into like your second time
My
being.
second year.
Yeah.
This is my second year of the festival. Now it's like all the things that I did when the film was a short, now it's hitting it to a different level because I know my audience a lot more. Like hopefully at Columbia University, we'll be able to show our film. We showed at Vassar College. We showed at UCLA at the Fowler. So we're hitting because I think it's about art. It's a Haitian art documentary, so it does. People who love Haitian art definitely want to see it. We showed at my college, Pasadena City College. So it could reach it's global. And that's why I think from being in film, I became more global because I learned about German cinema. I learned about Russian cinema. I learned about Chinese cinema. This is how we did in fashion. So I
Mhm.
think you're doing global projects. So I think it's different than somebody who's just doing something that's just local. You do.
Right.
That's why it's called Haiti International Film Festival. I didn't want it just to be an LA film festival. It is in LA, but
Right.
I wanted it to where you can get films from all over the world in the Haitian diaspora. So I thought of that as branding.
I love
Like
that.
I didn't want to limit my own self, and I think sometimes people put themselves in these ghettos, right? And how's that going
Right.
to help you as a product? How's that going to help you grow? So I felt like I'm not gonna put myself in a box.
Right.
Somebody else may
I like
want to.
that you just elaborated on why you named it the Haitian International Film Festival because it's international and you want to go into different markets and different places all over the world. You just don't want to put yourself in a box. But one of the things that I really love about you is that you know how to get on all these different platforms. like you were saying that you go into the colleges and show in the colleges. I never thought about that. I always thought about it has to be on television, but you are literally, you have so many different ways creatively of getting the message out and getting the film out. And I never even thought about colleges that you can even show at colleges. So that's definitely something new to
I
me.
mean, it's a show and tell. It's a platform for independent filmmakers, and actually the founders, he was a filmmaker too, and he is. I think he's a consultant now. So I learned like there's different models. I think in the documentary space that you could show your film in museums, you could show your film art galleries, you could show your film at colleges. You know, if you're doing edutainment, you know,
Mhm.
so I think it has the content has to be right. But I knew that and I worked on other documentaries where I saw that was possible that they showed their films at museums and you know libraries, all kind of places that you can show your work. But it's creating that content that could fit into these different places, diverse. They're like,
Wow.
oh, I never heard of that. I never seen that. So, and you could monetize on in the college system. You know, then use the film festivals as your kind of your marketing arm that keeps it valid. Then these schools gonna like, whoa, I want that. I want that experience for my students. You know what I mean, or for my colleagues. So, you know, it's that's the independent. That's the business acumen. But I think
Right.
like that's you know I think that's important having events. You know, in fashion shows are just like you know, I mean, we have to tour our product.
Right.
For it to be global, you have to you have to be intentional, and you have to
Right.
pick you almost have to pick the right partners. You pick the
Mhm.
right partners, um, and that's how you're going to have the growth or be able to move to the next level because um, their values have to match yours. That's what I really look to. Like if their values is not aligned, maybe we shouldn't do business. You know, but if their
Right.
values,
Have you ever thought about would it be an international film festival? Will you ever be able to bring in, like, say, for instance, if someone wanted to submit their film from China or from Africa or from different, places, will it just always be Haitian, or will you be one day will you open up and let all different cultures come in and all different people from different places come in and submit?
I I mean, we've had filmmakers from Africa who submitted. I mean, it just
Mhm.
has to be about the African diaspora,
Okay.
or it has to be about the Haitian diaspora, and those are the two things.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, that's just kind of like what our film festival was about. We
Gotcha.
want to make sure that um, these filmmakers of color have and not there's sometimes they're not. One of the films that we have in it's IT Haitian stories, four French guys who went in Haiti. They raised the money online and they shot a beautiful film about like Haitian artists. But you know, I mean, they're independent. They went and raised the money on Kickstarter, raised 60, and they made this film that they're passionate about. So, you know, it's all there's so many ways. You know what I mean? So I'd love to see that. You know what I mean? And just like you know, our Haitian filmmakers that leave the U.S. and they go shoot the film in Haiti or other places. You know,
Mhm.
I think it's just important that we see that, um, so we know the possibilities are endless. You know,
Right.
sometimes it's self imposed limitations.
Mm. That's good. That is definitely good. So it's coming up August the 19th. Forgive me, Jaquil, because I just kind of put. Well, I know you were around the 20th, so it's August the 19th is the first day, and then August the 20th is the second day, and you're kicking it off at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Festival. That's when the festival opens, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and I know you are very, very, very excited. So I'm definitely coming out. Me and one of my other media. I think he interviewed you Monday on his show, but we always tag team media. So we're definitely coming out to check it out, and I'm
Thank
definitely
you.
excited about it. Definitely excited to having you on the show. And if someone wants to get in contact with you, want to get have questions or anything on our platform, like what are your contacts? How can they reach out to you in
They could
regards to the
read. I'm
festival?
on all social media. Jaquil Constant on Facebook, Instagram, and Haiti International Film Festival.org is the website. And just look for Haiti International. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, um, Instagram. So definitely look for us. We're on Twitter or X now. It used to be Twitter. So we're all over social media. So that definitely look for us. You'll find us.
Okay. And it'll be taking place August 19th through the 20th at the Barnesdall Gallery Theater, 4800 Hollywood Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, 90027. And so we definitely will be there one of those days. And I'm definitely excited because I
Yeah.
love culture.
So
And
see us there. On the 19th is actually when we're at the Barnesdale Gallery Theater. On the 20th,
okay.
we'll be virtual. So that's
Okay,
when we'll be
gotcha.
online.
Okay, so the 19th you'll be at the Barnesdale, and then 20th you'll be virtual. Okay, got it.
Yep.
Okay,
On
awesome.
film
Well,
accuracy.
definitely thank you, Jaquil, for coming on. I definitely look forward to having more conversations with you because you're part of the chamber. So now we like brothers and sisters now.
Just
Like
do it.
we
You
try.
know it. You know how we do. Yeah, I'm so happy to meet another chamber. This is my first interview with a chamber person. So this,
Really?
yes, yes,
That's
yes.
crazy. So I gotta let Lex know. Okay, well I'll
Let them know.
definitely get the interview over to you. And thank you so much for coming on the show and having you. And we definitely wish you the best. And we'll definitely be there to see you tomorrow.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you. Okay.
Bye, Jaquil.
Bye-bye.